back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Natasha Denona Transfix Matte Concealer. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. This is what the packaging looks like. It's white. It says Natasha Denona Transfix Matte Concealer. And then on the top here you do have the shade number. The shade that I did purchase is in the shade 19N Neutral. So hopefully this is my shade. Let's go ahead and open this up. When you open up the packaging, here is what the concealer looks like. This does retail for $28, which is kind of expensive in my opinion. You only get 6 milliliters or 0.20 fluid ounces. You don't even get a full ounce. Let's open this up. I feel like this white cap is gonna get dirty. It does come with a flat double-ended doe foot. Let's swatch this to see if this is the correct shade, because I didn't even swatch it. I purchased this online. I'm not sure if this would be a concealer for me. This looks more of a foundation shade, but let's see what it does look like applied underneath my eyes. I currently do have my face makeup on. For moisturizer, I did go in with Drunk Elephant Polypeptide Cream. And then for primer, I do have on the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. For foundation today, I am currently wearing the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. This is in the shade F12.5. This was my perfect shade, but I do feel like it is a little bit darker on me now for some reason, so I might need the shade 12 instead of 12.5. We are going to be pairing it with this concealer. Just be taking a little bit from the doe foot. You guys know I like to do little X's instead of a full downward triangle. The consistency of this formula is very thin. This dried down really quickly on the back of my hand. Let me go ahead and blend this out. I think this is definitely a foundation, not really a concealer for me. Their concealer shade was really weird to me in my opinion. I just feel like it was too orange when I saw it online. I was like, what's with this concealer shade? It's kind of crazy. So I just purchased the neutral shade thinking, let's go with it. The concealer is blending out really nicely. It doesn't feel heavy underneath my eyes. It doesn't feel cakey at all. And a little bit does go a long way. Here's what the concealer is currently looking like. I definitely feel like the concealer did blend in very nicely with my foundation. I do want to bronze my face just a tad bit because my face looks a little bit flat. I can't find my Fenty bronzer, you guys. I don't know where it is. I think I lost it. I'm not sure. Maybe I left it in my makeup bag. I'm not sure where my Fenty bronzer went, but I'm currently using this Morphe bronzer in the shade Vlogger. You guys know this was my go-to bronzer, I think a year ago. I just haven't picked it up since I've been using the Fenty one. I do want to add a little bit of blush just to liven up these cheeks. I'm going to be using my Sigma Aurora powder, face powder. Just going to be taking just a tad bit on my brush because this is pigmented. Here's another closer look of what my makeup does look like with the concealer. I really do like the formula of this concealer so far, not really the shade, but I do want to show you guys what the concealer does look like when it did dry down. It's currently dried down. I am going to be doing a wet swatch for you guys, so we're going to see if it's the same. And ooh, it oxidized quite a bit. Here's what the concealers do look like. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night to see how this concealer does perform, and I will see you guys then. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night of me testing out the Natasha Denona Transfix Matte Concealer. Here's what the concealer is currently looking like. As you guys do notice that the concealer did oxidize on me, and the concealer did end up creasing underneath my eyes. I did not set this concealer with any powder. Maybe that's why it did crease just a little bit underneath my eyes, but so far I really do like the formula. It did stay matte where I did place the concealer. I'm just really shiny at the end of the night because I did not blot throughout my day. I worked 10 hours today and I just got home an hour ago. I've had this concealer on for 11 hours now. I think that the concealer is holding up very well at the 11th hour mark. I was browsing on Sephora and I did notice that they don't have any lighter shades. Like, their shades are very weird. They have 18WY, which is warm yellow, and then before that they have 17NR, which is a neutral red. Who's a red? Nobody. They also have a 16 warm yellow. Before the warm yellow, they have a 15 red. In my opinion, I would not want to wear a red under eye concealer, and not even a warm yellow concealer either, because I don't want to look like I'm sick. I want to look like I'm awake, and this warm yellow does not look too good. I'm even looking at the picture online. I'm just going to throw it up on screen right now. You guys can see that 19N is the one that I currently have on. 18WY, it does look like it might match. 17NR, not sure why they have a neutral red. And then they have 16 warm yellow, which is okay. Maybe that could probably be my shade. And then a 15 red. Natasha Denona, why do we have these neutral red concealers? There's not many reviews on it right now. Another thing that I do want to point out about this concealer is that this concealer dries up really fast, so you really have to work quickly. I'm not sure why I did the 2 X's and then I just let it sit, because it was drying up really quickly. I had to go in with my beauty blender and really blend out this concealer. So far, you guys, I really am liking this formula. The shade I'm not really liking. The shade range I'm not liking at all. For me, I find that this concealer shade is a little bit too dark on me. I can use this as a foundation. This concealer is a little bit too dark on me too, just as this Makeup Revolution foundation, which is supposed to be my perfect shade, as I did mention earlier, but for some reason it doesn't match me anymore. I have to pick up a lighter shade in the Makeup Revolution. This foundation is amazing. I will continue to use this concealer because I spent my coin on it. Since I did purchase it during the sale, I did purchase it for $23.80. I will keep you guys updated how this concealer does perform. My entire week I'm going to be setting it with powder, and I will see you guys then. Hey guys, it is the end of the week of me testing out the Natasha Denona Transfix Matte Concealer. My final thoughts on this concealer is that I don't like this concealer at all. I don't like how this concealer does oxidize. I currently have the concealer applied all over my face. I used it today as a foundation, and you guys can see that this concealer does not match me at all. It dried down very dark on me. I do also have the concealer applied underneath my eyes. It just wasn't giving me any brightness. It looked very flat. I do currently have on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Caramel. It does really brighten up underneath my eyes, as you guys can see. You guys can see that this concealer does not match me at all. It looks like I'm wearing a mask. This concealer is way too dark on me. I wanted to test it out as a foundation just to see what it'll look like. I don't recommend doing that. You will be wasting your concealer. I did try to mix this concealer with the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I did not like the consistency at all. I also tried mixing in this concealer with a couple of my other concealers. I just did not like how the concealers looked, and I felt like this concealer really did oxidize, and you can see the oxidization in it. I did not like the shade range in this concealer. In the beginning, when I did test out this concealer, I really did like the formula, but then throughout my days, I started not liking it anymore. The next time you guys are at Sephora, please check out this concealer and let me know your thoughts down below. This would be a hard pass for me, and I would not recommend it to you guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.